So dear devotees, some of you may be seeing already, and just in a second we'll have the rest. All right, dear devotees and guests and friends and all around the world, this is Madhusudan here with obeisances and respects. Panchakalpatarubhischa kripasindhubhya evacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. So this week we're in Chiang Mai, in the beautiful temple Gupta Govardhan, in the hills, the hilly area, a little bit outside of the town. And we've come from the completion of the parikramas in India for connection or in connection with the Gora Purnima extended parikramas. All right, one quick thing. So we've come from India, we came from Jagannath Puri, where the devotees, we had actually 3 groups of devotees, and principally we had our small group that had been in South India, and then we had the larger group, principally of Russians and Ukrainians, who'd come first of all to Govardhan and Vrindavan. They went to Navadip, they went to Ekachakra, and then they came to Jagannath Puri. So every day in Puri is getting hotter, and we've now come to Chiang Mai, to the foothills or to the hills, and we are thinking it may be a few degrees cooler. However, it is, somebody told me, 10 degrees hotter. So we are here in Chiang Mai with a wonderful group of devotees. We went out for an early morning walk this morning. Here in Chiang Mai it's 11 a.m. and beautiful morning, evening programs, and throughout the day when devotees wish to come and have some discussions and talks, we're very happy and available for that. The world goes on, as we have found out in the last few days, then the world has changed quite a lot, and it's a time when travel is not advised. We understand that, and we have seen that there's a drastic reduction in the number of flights, the number of people traveling, the people on the streets. And it is a valid, of course, precaution, not only precaution but prevention, because of the particular virus and possibility of it being distributed one to one in a ever-expanding way. So everyone's taking precautions, sensible precautions, and above all, we are being reminded that it's another of the symptoms of this material world, especially in Kali Yuga, where we're always going to be troubled with so many different disturbances. We've heard, we see, Adhyatmic, Adhibautic, Adhidevic. So, Adhibautic, the problems that come to the body, they're inevitable. And actually it's right here in Chiang Mai. Maybe 2 years ago, then we went to visit a devotee in the hospital here called the Maharaj Hospital, in fact, and in Chiang Mai we went to visit a devotee, and it's a multi-story hospital. We're in the lift, and the different buttons on the lift almost were giving some indication of the different dangers in this world. You know, one floor was the cancer ward, one floor was the emergency ward, one floor was the births floor, one floor was the not the deaths, but those who were going to hospice, so that those people who are on the way out, as it were. And if you look on the list, what was in the basement was the mortuary. So you had birth, you had the infant section, you had the various accidents, various diseases, and then the old age department, and then you've got the mortuary. So in one building we were very much reminded here in Chiang Mai. And people take that lift every day, and still they think, okay, we're going to go out and party, this, that and the other. We become a little immune or hardened to the realities of life, that this life is temporary. However, the hospital, it is there for the body, and we know that there are places there for the mind, people who don't have bodily problems but have so much trouble with the mind. And we came to find out in the case of a couple of our devotees, and who asked, "Oh, please look, this is my symptoms. I'm telling you that I've been diagnosed with this." Then we see that there are mental difficulties and specialists in all kinds of departments of mental health. So there's the physical health, the mental health. We are concerned with the heart health, the actual faith, the part of us which, as Guru Maharaj said, if we were to take away all coverings, the artificial coverings of ego, and what will be left will be a devotee, a pure devotional natured person. And Guru Maharaj said, what is the measure of sanity in this world? What is the guideline to say, okay, this is the same, this is sanity, and this is 90%, 80%, 70%, whatever it may be. So real sanity in this world is one who is a devotee. This was Guru Maharaj's definition. That one who is a pure devotee, he's purely sane, because he's really utilizing, doing the right things with the right mentality, not just with the body, but with the mind, with the words, with every activity. Then he is a sensible, proper thinking person. And you see, sometimes we are reading some parts of the scripture, because we do read regularly with the devotees, and we see sometimes, it can be so difficult to be a devotee, to leave our ego, to leave anger, greed, lust, hatred, envy, all of these things. But those are false things, and that is the automatic nature of the devotee. In the upper world means those who are the Parshas associating with the Lord. They are devotees, and their nature is free from all of these false coverings of the material world. So we are thinking, it's hard work to become a devotee, to leave the selfish ideas, to leave our self-centered idea, to surrender, to be a surrendered soul. But really, it is because we've been so ingrained in the material world for so many lifetimes, putting ourselves at the center. So it's a big lesson for us that we need to change our whole mood, our mood, activity, everything, mind, body and words, for everybody. Not only for a sannyasi, yes, okay, we know the sannyasi carries the danda, which is signifying with mind, body and words, we are dedicating ourselves to Guru, Gauranga, to the Lord. But for everybody, this is the key. So, the scriptures, Prapana Jivanamritam, Chaitanya Charitamrita, the books and recordings of Guru Maharaj and Gurudev. Again, these are our life and soul. And with this, we can build our faith. We can build our indifference to this material world. And yes, our acharyas have shown we must take sensible precautions when there is different diseases that are around. We saw sometimes there will be dengue fever epidemic, there will be malaria outbreak, etc. So in that case, Gurudev would be very careful about the mosquitoes and would advise all the devotees, be covered up, use some repellent, like this, some prevention. So this is, of course, natural. We must take reasonable precaution. But the main focus of our life must be that the upper world is our goal. And what we are seeing in this material world is only the beginning of Kali Yuga, the beginning of all sorts of things which are going to take place, which are going to take place. Srimad Bhagavatam, this is our very scripture, the scripture of Veda Vyas that has given the whole purport of the Vedas, the whole purpose of the Vedas is given in Srimad Bhagavatam. And Srimad Bhagavatam is giving devotional service to the Lord. And at the very end there of Srimad Bhagavatam, there is a description about Kali Yuga, the age of degradation, and what is going to take place in the future. So we need to be realistic. That is, that the great masters before us have all told us, this is a horrible place. apparently looking very attractive and beautiful, nicely packaged, but horrible. Like some, okay, I could say some meat in a can, but to some you can say, oh, the meat is very attractive. But in general, we can say a dead body, a dog run over in the street, which I did see very recently, a dog which had been killed in the street by a vehicle. That's not very attractive, and the guts hanging out over the road. So even for the meat eaters, that may be a bit of a hard one to think, oh, I'm going to pick up that dog and eat him. But anyway, packaging, we know this modern world, it loves to package things, and if you don't package nicely, you don't advertise nicely, you don't sell. So this material world is very nicely packaged, very nicely advertised, and you see this Kali Yuga, in Kali Yuga, not just this Kali Yuga, and then the advertising of Kali Yuga is the very things which we are told are harmful to us. Headed by this greed, the desire to want more, to get more, headed by lust, all these things which are glorified throughout all the movies, the books, and all these other things. There we are seeing that the values of Kali Yuga, then they're not the values for those who want to really try to make themselves fit to receive the grace from upstairs, from the upper world. So repeatedly, Gurudev, Guru Maharaj, the scriptures are telling us that this world is not our home. The upper world, the land of Krishna, is our home. We need to use this life, not the next life, or some future time, but we need to use this life to learn detachment, selflessness, etc. And as much as we can leave aside the unwanted things, the unwanted desires, then the more will be left open for the wanted things to come to the surface. And still, everything remains on mercy. Everything relies on the mercy of Guru, Vaishnava, Gauranga, Nityananda. The ocean of mercy has been given by Mahaprabhu, given by Nityananda. And that ocean of mercy is in particular for Kali Yuga. So then again, the positive side of it all is we are here in this connection of the ocean of mercy, the current of the ocean of mercy. So we must be grateful, and gratefulness means that we will utilize what has been given, what is being given to us by Mahaprabhu, Guru, Gauranga, and the previous acharyas, the previous Vaishnavas in their writings, teachings, example, etc. So anyhow, we are always reminding ourselves, this is why we have morning programs, evening programs, this is why we have some sadhana. We're not like a clockwork machine, winding a clockwork machine and it'll run, and then that's the morning program, that's the evening program. We want to be really trying to catch the substance of what we're doing. And what we are doing, it is not just for India or one temple or one place, or here we are in Thailand. It is for everybody. And, sorry, I was just distracted by a message that came up. So it is for everybody. And I have to, gently, I can say apologize, but we are trying to harmonize with the environment. And I was due to be coming to Europe at this time, not coming to Thailand, to Chiang Mai. I was due to be coming to Europe, but because of the current world situation, then it was not practical to go to Ukraine and to Russia. And so what I'm hoping to do is to be able to keep in touch with you, and whoever would like that we can sort of give a class to the devotees in different places, wherever you may be in the world. We're happy to be with you and just have an informal class as we do wherever we are. We try to just be together, answer questions, and we need association. And this is a bit of you can say, a miracle of modern technology, that we can actually be live as well as recorded, and so people can see in different time zones at other times. But we can actually talk to each other literally face to face. And so, I am open, and I'm sure many devotees also are open for making more and more emphasis on meeting you through live, either public as we are just now, or live chats. We can arrange via different ways. Now I'm with the technical devotees here in Chiang Mai. They know lots of the tricks of the trade, and so we can arrange gatherings with devotees, either in your own homes in one area, or if you're at a gathering, then in the temple or ashram, wherever you are. But I know some places gatherings are also limited. So, we have to adapt this environment, adapt to the environment by utilizing what's with us. So, I'm here to serve, we want to serve, we've got Gurudev's feet, Guru Maharaj's feet on our head. Only, really the only we're doing anything in this world is by their grace. And if I can be of service, then we are happy to be with you. So, these are a few reflections today on a hot day in Chiang Mai, but beautiful weather, beautiful devotees, programs are going on steadily. And just at the completion of our Indian annual pilgrimages, come to the East instead of coming to Europe, but I'm happy to be with you in Europe whenever may be convenient for you, and you can give your suggestions too. All glories to our wonderful Srila Bhaktisunda Govinda Dev Goswami Maharaj ki Jai. All glories to our wonderful Srila Guru Maharaj, Srila Bhakti Ropak Sridhar Dev Goswami Maharaj ki Jai. And to Srila Guru Maharaj's Gurudev, our grandfather Guru, Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur ki Jai. And of course, all glories and indebtedness to Srila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada ki Jai. And to all of you devotees everywhere, my obeisances. Please don't take my offenses. Let us all continue happily together, and may Guru and Gauranga be gracious to everybody and help us through any difficulties, but help us all the way to the real prospect of our life, a life of love with the Lord. Vanchakalpatarubhishta kripasindhuvya evacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha.